What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wager Zone podcast. On this episode, we're going to be breaking down Dana White's Contender series, and we're back for 10 weeks straight on this on Tuesdays, guys. If you love fights, we have fights on Tuesdays for 10 straight weeks. I'm excited for it. I'm happy. I love fights. I love watching them. I don't miss a fight, so I'm just happy that we're here. So I just want to get right into this. We have a lot of MMA breakdown this week. We have PFL coming. We have ACA coming, UFC 305, and then Dana White's Contender series. So I want to get right into this. Let's break down this first fight of the night. It's going to be Tuan Ho taking on Lon'er Kavanagh. And this is going to be actually a really competitive fight, but I'm taking Lon'er Kavanagh on this fight, guys. I'm a really big fan of Lon'er Kavanagh. I think he has a really good stand-up game, and he has good takedowns. He has a good all-around game. He trains with a good team out there with Great Britain top team. He's fought decent competition, and yeah, I'm a really big fan of this guy. I think he has the skills to be in the UFC. I've watched him many times in Cage Warriors. And he's fighting a guy in Tuan Ho, where Tuan Ho is a guy that he's pretty decent, but he's fought so much bad competition, guys. If you go look at all his wins, he's fought a lot of people. His 6 wins, I think 4 of them are people that either are making their debut or have a lot more losses than wins. So yes, they both look pretty good. They both look pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. Both these guys actually look like they have good skills, but I think this is going to come down to who actually has the higher competition they face and who's been through more adversity and who can actually push through. But I'm going to be taking Kavanagh. I think Kavanagh's going to end up knocking him out. I like Kavanagh really a lot, actually. I think he's a really good prospect, like I said, and that's going to be the first bet of the day. I'm going to be taking Lon'er Kavanagh money line on the first leg of a 2-leg parlay. It's going to be Jose Miguel Delgado taking on Ernie Warz, and we're going to be taking Jose Delgado in this fight, guys. I'm a really big fan of Jose Delgado. I think he has the skills all around, just like Kavanagh. I think Jose Delgado, honestly, in my opinion, I think he's going to be a top 15 fighter in the division one day. I think he's actually really good. Ernie Warz hits really hard. He shoots takedowns every once in a while, but I don't think he has the skills really to put it all together. I think this is going to be a all-out domination by Jose Delgado. I like Jose Delgado. Puts a lot of output out there. He walks forward. He throws punches at you. When he needs a takedown, he'll shoot a takedown and then dominate you on the floor. He has all-around skills. He fights out of the MMA lab. He has a really good gym. And Ernie Warz doesn't put the output off. Like, if this fight ends up being very competitive and goes to decision, I think Jose Delgado still wins it just by the output. He throws a lot of punches and he puts a lot of output and walks forward a lot. And Ernie Warz tends to just stand there and wait for to land a hard shot. And I don't think he's going to be able to land a hard shot on this one. I think every single time he sits there and wait, he's going to get caught a couple times, then taken down, and then dominated. So I'm really confident in Jose Delgado. Hopefully he cashes for us this week. But yeah, guys, the first leg of the parlay, we're going to be taking Jose Delgado. Leg of the parlay, this fight's going to be Bruno Lopez taking on Miguel, I think it's Shiliani. But we're going to be taking Bruno Silva. This fight is actually really competitive, I think. I think this is going to be the most competitive fight of the night. But Bruno Lopez, I think, is going to end up getting the submission victory. Miguel has really good leg kicks. He shoots takedowns really good. But I think this fight's going to come down to who has more of the gas tank. Both these fighters are really good, but Miguel, from what I think it's Miguel or it's Mijail. It's one of those two. I have to put the Mijail in there to make sure I actually do it, guys. But yeah, I think he gasses out. What I see after the first round, he started breathing really heavy. Like, he might go out there and look really good for the first 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, but I think he's going to eventually gas out, and Bruno Lopez is going to get the takedown, land some hard shots, and then eventually get a submission. I can see him getting an armbar or taking the back and getting a rear naked choke. So this is going to be the second leg of the parlay with Jose Delgado, and like I said, this is going to be a very competitive match, but I think this fight's going to come down to basically who has more of a gas tank, and I think Bruno Silva has a lot of the better gas tank. Like I said, from what I saw from Miguel in his last fight, he gassed out after the first 3 minutes of the fight. Like, he still won the fight, but you can see how he was breathing. He was breathing out his mouth, shoulders were going up really heavy, and yeah, I just think he's going to gas out and eventually get submitted by Bruno Lopez in this one. So that's going to be the second leg of the parlay. It's going to be Jose Delgado parlayed with Bruno Silva. We're going to be taking it's going to be Ming taking on Rami Hamed, and this line says that Ming is actually the underdog, but he is not the underdog. Rami Hamed is actually the underdog. He's a plus 185 at the moment. Maybe, I don't know if this line actually came out. Maybe a whole bunch of money came on Ming. But I'm going to be taking Rami Hamed. I think this fight's really competitive, really competitive. I think this is a 50-50 fight. And if you're going to give me almost plus 200 on a guy that has really good boxing and seems to have a lot of power, fighting against a guy in Ming that is really tall and he leaves his chin up there, and I just think he's going to eventually get caught maybe with the uppercut or straight right down the pipe. And I'm going to be taking Rami Hamed. I think he's going to win by knockout, where Ming is the most experienced fighter on this roster, but a lot of his fights have happened in a lot of his fights have happened in China, so I don't think he's gonna be doing much. I think he's gonna I think he's gonna end up getting knocked out, guys. I think he's fought a lot of lower competition in China. I don't think he's really done too much, so I'm gonna be taking Rami Hamed to win this fight. I think he's gonna win by knockout, and he's gonna be the first underdog play of the night. So yeah, guys, hopefully this plus 185 hits. But like I said, I think Ming has fought a lot of lower competition in China. I think he's gonna be trying to get the takedowns. I think he leaves his chin way too high, and I think he's gonna end up getting caught. So that's gonna be my bet there. I'm taking Rami. Right, guys, this is gonna be the main event of the night. It's gonna be Abdul Malik taking on Wes Schultz, and honestly, I think this is another 50-50 fight. I might get egg on my face for this fight, where Abdul is a really big favorite, but I don't see why. He's very green. He has all the athletic skills. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, all the athletic skills. He has I think he has an 80-inch reach. He's very fast, but like I said, he's very green, and he's fighting a guy where he likes to get the fight to the floor. Like, he hits really hard, but if you actually see his fights, he likes shooting takedowns. Last fight I watched him actually fight, he shot a takedown within the first 5 seconds of the fight. So I think if I am correct on this, I think this fight's gonna come down to who has the better wrestling. And if you're gonna tell me who has the better wrestling, I'm gonna be taking Wes Schultz. Both these fighters have actually wrestled in college, and Abdul Malik wrestled at the University of Maryland, and Wes Schultz wrestled at the University of Minnesota. And if you guys know anything about those wrestling teams, the Minnesota has a top 6, top 7 wrestling team in the nation, and Maryland's not even in the top 15. So if I'm gonna say who's the better wrestler here, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Wes Schultz. But I can see Wes Schultz getting knocked out. He does seem a little slow, and Abdul Malik seems really fast, and he might actually be a really good prospect. He's fighting out of MMA Masters with a good gym, but I think I'm going to be taking the plus like 300 play on Wes Schultz, guys. I don't see why Abdul Malik is a huge favorite like this big. I can see he has all the power. I see that he fights out of a good gym. I see that he's really strong with an 80-inch reach, but just watching it, I just think these two are very low level, and if you're gonna give me two very low level fighters, I'm gonna be taking the underdog play. I think this is a dog or pass fight, and I'm gonna be taking a small play on Wes Schultz. But yeah, guys, I don't see why Abdul Malik is a huge favorite. I might get egg on my face talking like this, but we'll see when the fight comes. I'm gonna be taking Wes Schultz. I think he's the better wrestler. I think Abdul Malik might do good for the first 3 minutes of the fight and eventually gas out, and Wes Schultz is gonna get on top and end up winning with ground and pound, or you end up getting the submission victory. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna be taking Wes Schultz in this fight, and that's gonna be it for the Dana White's Contender Series breakdown, guys. We only had 5 fights, and hopefully we go 5-0 on this shit, guys. I want to do really great. Actually, it's 4-0 because we had a 2-leg parlay. Like the video, comment on the video, let me know what you guys think about this Dana White Contender Series in this first week. Subscribe to the page, come back. I got a whole bunch of MMA breakdowns this week. I got PFL coming, I got ACA coming, I got UFC 305 coming, so keep coming back, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back with another video. Go check out my soccer bets as well if you guys like soccer, and I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you guys.